This comment about my Filipino wife just made this American dad cry. Alba Thoughts Official wrote, Filipinas are one of the few women left that hold marriage vows to be sacred. And sitting here in San Carlos City Park, watching Caroline with our children, I finally understand what sacred really means. We've been together since 2011, married since 2019, but this comment just revealed something I never saw before. We've been together since 2011, but I didn't meet Caroline and immediately know she was the one. We earned each other's trust. We learned each other's hearts. And when we finally married in 2019, every vow we spoke had already been tested by time. But here in this simple park in San Carlos City, watching my children chase shadows that stretch longer each evening, I realize this story isn't just about finding home. It's about discovering what sacred really means. Listen, do you hear that? My children switching between English and Bisaya like water flowing between rivers. Each word carrying pieces of two worlds, two hearts, two homes. And somehow, in this gentle chaos of languages, I found the only translation that ever mattered: belonging.
Before I sit down, stay here for a second, please. Stay there.
A subscriber named Alba Thoughts Official left a comment on our last video about the vows we took in 2019 to have and to hold, for better or worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health. And he said something that stopped my heart. Filipinas are one of the few women left that hold these vows to be sacred. Sacred. You see, Caroline and I had been together for 8 years before we married. 8 years of proving those vows to each other before we ever spoke them. When we finally stood at the altar in 2019, those weren't just hopeful promises. They were tested truths. When I watch my wife, when I see how she loved me through uncertainty, through distance, through all the messy years of becoming who we needed to be for each other, I realized this comment wasn't just about Filipino woman. It was about what happens when someone treats love like a sacred thing. When till death do us part isn't the end of a ceremony. It's the beginning of everything we'd already started building. For years, I carried the weight of distance like stones in my pockets. Every phone call home felt like an apology. Every milestone my kids reached felt like something I was taking away from grandparents who would only see it through a screen. But sitting here, watching my son teach his sister the same game Caroline played in these very spaces 30 years ago, I realized I wasn't taking them away from family. I was giving them more of it. You know what they don't tell you about living abroad? It's not about the big cultural moments that change you. It's this. It's sharing some cassava that cost 10 pesos and feeling richer than you ever did in any restaurant back home. It's your daughter asking for tubig instead of water and realizing she's not losing her Americanness, she's gaining her wholeness. Last week, a friend asked when I'm coming back to America and when I'm going to bring my family. And standing here in this park where my children have learned to be brave, to be kind, to be Filipino American without apology, I realize the question isn't when I'm coming back. The question is, back to what? Because this evening light on my daughter's face, this sound of my son's laughter mixing with every other child who's ever played here, this is going back to what family was always supposed to feel like. If you're watching this from somewhere far from where you started, if you're raising children who speak languages you're still learning, if you've ever felt guilty for choosing love over geography, listen to me. You are not lost. You are not stealing anything from anyone. You are planting seeds in soil that was waiting for your particular kind of love. And your children, they're not caught between two worlds. They're building bridges you never knew were possible. Home isn't in the passport you carry or the accent you were born with. Home is in these small liturgies of love. The way Caroline still checks that everyone has enough to eat. The way our children naturally include every kid who looks lonely. The way this city has wrapped itself around our family like arms that were always meant to hold us. We'll come back to this park tomorrow, and the next day, and the day after that, not because we have to, but because this is what home looks like now. It looks like my American stubbornness softened by Filipino grace. It looks like children who pray in two languages and dream in colors I never knew existed. This American dad found his home in the Philippines, not because I lost who I was, but because I finally found who I was meant to become.